In this celebratory year of 150 years of Loreto in Australia and Southeast Asia, we pause to reflect on the gift of Mother Gonzaga Barry's letters to her dearest children in the school magazine Eucalyptus Blossoms. The quotation for this month is, "This set me thinking and wishing our dear Loreto children were also a row of goodly pearls." Seeing this well-loved and not so well-loved saying out of context, we might be tempted to ask exactly what this was that set Mother Gonzaga Barry thinking. Fortunately, she tells us in the previous sentence that a sister had mentioned to her that a biographer of St. Francis of Rome, 1384 to 1440, compared the first companions of the saint to a row of goodly pearls, with St. Francis the cord who bound them together. Our Gonzaga doesn't see herself as the cord, but rather sees three cords, and each one in very spiritual terms that might have for us a different meaning from that of the readers in 1886. She speaks of one cord as devotion to the heart of Jesus in the Eucharist, the second as membership of the children of Mary, attained through striving to be worthy of the title, and the third as the bond of love to the holy home of childhood and youth, referring to school days in Ballarat. We might read these words today and almost dismiss them with the excuse that this was the spirituality of Mother Gonzaga Barry in her time, and perhaps it was. But there's an early theme coming into play here, and we might well ponder and note its significance. The foundation of Portland took place 2 years before this letter, and already past pupils of Mary's Mount are part of the developing scene of a network that in a few more years would reach across the Nullarbor to the growing town of Perth and north to Sydney. Letters from Perth and Portland indicate past pupils welcoming and assisting from the very first days. This looks quite a lot like Mother Gonzaga Barry, with her vision and enthusiasm being a cord that bound them together. Connection was always a strong desire for her as she networked across the country, a theme to be explored further. But back to pearls and rows of goodly pearls. Ms. Jessica Dutton is the Assistant Curriculum Leader of English at Loreto Coorparoo, and she describes herself as someone who loves to write poetry from the heart of a woman deeply concerned with planetary equality. For the celebrations this year, Jess has taken some sayings of Mother Gonzaga Barry and penned poetry in her quite unique manner. They will feature with images in the travelling exhibition. Here is her response to the row of goodly pearls. Titled Iridescence. When we think of pearls, there comes a traditionalist femininity, but there is much more. Take the Baroque pearl, uneven, sacred in its rare shape. We champion unique womanhood here, where upon the small grain, the nacre, mother of pearl, forms, builds, encases, creates iridescent and imperfect strength.